So this is Lucy Burnett for Female Welfare Officer.
Hi, I'm Jasmine and I'm coaching Lucy. Lucy is just such a caring person. I'm working alongside her while she's being welfare campaigns manager. I've seen how much time and effort she puts into welfare and how perfect she is for this role. I can't think of anyone better prepared or more dedicated. Focused.
Okay, hiya, so I'm Lucy, a second year psychology student, and yeah, I'd love to be your next female welfare officer. Just a couple points about me. I'm incredibly dedicated, as Jazz said. I've been the campaign manager for the past year. I've been outside the dining hall pestering you like the whole 2 hours every weekend. And yeah, like from that and from like my experience with welfare committee this year, I'd say I definitely have like the relevant experience needed. And like I really believe like the importance of welfare and like what we do. And I'd really like to be there for like the next year and the next steps. So moving on to like what I would do, just from one of my talks on manifesto, I think it's really important. Like I've really pushed social media this year, and I'd love to further that more. Speaking to the last person to use the Wood Welfare Twitter page, old female welfare officer Esther, she said it was like really effective to use to tweet like drop-in times like an hour before, but it's just not being used anymore. So I'd love to use it to like do that. You know, even if you just picked up like a couple of people, I think then like it would definitely be worth it. I'd like to work more closely with the different reps, like Lily Pope doing disabilities drop-in. I think that works really well. So even if you had like termly LGBT drop-ins, like international rep drop-ins, working with those people more closely with trainers, so why not use it? And also stash. I think it's been like a bit of a contentious issue because people like might see it as a bit of a uniform for the reps if they're out and about, like they're in a lecture and something happens, and like they've got welfare on the back of their t-shirt. But speaking to reps at like other colleges who do use stash, they've actually found it to be really effective as a way of like promoting faces. I think that's what we need to do. We need to push who's on welfare committee more, get their faces out there, and so people know who we are. So yeah, please vote for me.
Once again, another uncontested role, so any questions, please? Yes?
Yeah, my name is Akansha, and I'd actually like to ask you about the issue of sexual violence and misconduct in college. I feel like students don't actually feel comfortable to speak out when this misjustice sort of happens to them, and how exactly do you propose we sort of create this comfy kind of platform for students to voice out if this issue is to offer?
Yeah, I think that's like brings back to the issue of like advertising the service and like pushing it out there more. If people like know who my face is, if there's a male welfare at any point, who their face is, and like the rest of the committee, like I'd like a committee. Like I say, I'm approachable. Like, I want my committee to be approachable. If people feel comfortable about coming forward, then like, you can't make someone talk to you if they are experiencing something, but just making sure that you're the best at doing what you do.
Fantastic.
So like deal with digital things. How do you make sure that you're like supporting yourself and like not like sort of making balance between your real life?
I think female welfare officer is obviously one of the roles where there are situations where things might have to be dropped, and like definitely certain things have to be prioritised, and like your degree gets dropped. So when you can, it is incredibly important to look after yourself. And so I've learned that this year through welfare. You know, just looking after yourself, because if you're not the best you can be, then you can't be that for other people. So I'd say I've got a really good like support system behind me, and definitely like my experience has shown me that yeah, you need to look after yourself.
Final question from Jacob Parker.
What do you think is need to change about welfare during Freshers Week?
Okay, I'd say obviously like Freshers Week is one of the busiest times for the welfare service. I'd say we need to target parents a bit more on move-in day. Perhaps like having just a little leaflet to let them know about the service and what we do, and catch some people who might otherwise like fall through. Because obviously parents can be quite like nervous about this big change in sending their little munchkins off. to Big Scary University. So just like advertising what we do as a service, the non-advisory, like again our faces and not just our names, is a big way that, and if they know that their child is having a problem, they can maybe push them in the right direction towards us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.